The Ngozi Cadmus Show presents the bridge between faith, entrepreneurship, and leadership. My name is Ngozi Cadmus, and I'm a mental health and leadership expert. I represent the average woman and equip women of faith to walk in their divine calling, master their thoughts, and love themselves so that they can level up spiritually, mentally, and financially. Welcome to episode 5. Your friends support Beyonce, but they don't support you. You see that quote so much on Twitter, whether it's Beyonce or celebrity. You know, you could swap the name for what it is, for who the person is. But I guess the sentiment of that, when I read it and I read the comments, is that when you're starting your business, a lot of business owners feel that their friends or people around them are quick to support public figures, people that they actually know, more than their friends. And if I'm honest, I think I felt like that as well. I have felt like that, but I had to really think, what am I feeling upset about? Like, what am I actually feeling bad for? What is it? What is the support that I want my friends to give me? Because you have to understand that the products that you're creating or the service that you're providing, your friends might not be the intended target audience. And I'm not sure about you. I don't know how many people just randomly message friends and say, this business would be good for you, or this service would be good for you, you should buy that product. It would be normally I'm looking for, I've got dry skin, and someone goes, oh, I know somebody that's got dry skin, right? Even someone like myself, who I feel like I'm very supportive of friends and family, and I will support your business. If you tell me to, do a workshop or something, I will send it to a lot of people. But it normally happens with natural, organic conversation. So I try to ensure that I know what all of my friends are doing. So if I'm speaking to somebody else, whether I know the person or it's random, I'm like, oh, I know a person. Oh, I know a person. To me, that's a way of supporting. Now, do I always repost everything people do? No, because I'm not always looking and concentrating much, because I'm not really on social media, but I'm on social media. So when I think about my own personal, that I know I'm a very supportive person, I'm very encouraging to all my friends, but I'm sure that there are some businesses that a friend is doing. Now, I guess it depends on you mean a friend. Anyone that is a friend, like a friend, someone who you determine is quite close, I'm supporting you, like, hands down, whatever you need, advice, like whatever. But the loose friends that are friends but they're not friends, there's a lot of people, so I can't be supporting every single person every minute of the day, but I'm in support of what you're doing if I'm aware of it and within my capabilities to do something about it. So people have to understand, I'm talking to business owners because I'm a business owner, you have to understand that your friends may not be your intended market. Also, right, nobody wants to always be a guinea pig. So if you've got a product, depending on the products now, there's products that are like things that you can buy, like a planner, maybe jewelry, a book. And there are things that, maybe food, creams, that you can buy, right? But some things are more like, okay, if I buy, I don't know, I've got medium to dry skin, but let's say I haven't got oily skin. So let's say my friend creates something for oily skin and okay, I'm going to buy that, right? But I wouldn't use it. So I have to think, who could I get this for? And that's not one thing I have on top of my head, who's got oily skin. And to be fair, if I bought that for somebody, that could be kind of offensive. But I could literally buy it and not use it. But the fact that I've purchased it and given you money is a good thing, right? And maybe I just find someone to give as the gift to. When my friend brought out her books, I bought 5 books of that and I gave it to friends' kids, right? Because it was a children's book. So it was like, okay, who can I give it to that's under a certain age. So what parents can I give it to? So, and then when I brought out my planners, my friends bought that, or most of my friends did. So, again, for me, like I said, I have felt that, but I not from core people, because my business at the time, for some people, they weren't ready yet. So my business is, one of my businesses is a therapy business, right? So by definition, maybe my friends weren't ready for therapy. So I didn't necessarily feel in that moment I wasn't being supported. And actually, it's not even my friends that I'm talking about. Maybe like some family members and stuff like that. I never saw them repost my stuff. I would see them repost each other's stuff. I might repost their stuff and like it. But my stuff wasn't being reposted or reshared. I had to just be okay with that, because maybe they weren't even seeing it. See, this is the thing. You have to realize that maybe people are not watching what you do. Like, I literally go onto social media to watch animals do funny stuff, see children do cute stuff, and watch dancing. And if I happen to see something that you do, that's what I said, if you're a close friend, then I should know what you're doing at least beforehand or just before it launches, and I'm going to be supporting. I'm going to be there. Whatever you need of me, I'm going to be there. But friends, like loose friends, associates, yeah. So I think if your close friends ain't supporting you, and I guess you have to define what support is. When you say support, do you mean purchasing? Do you mean maybe helping you out, like you're doing a launch event? Do you mean helping you do flyers? Like it depends on what you mean by support. Also, there is nothing wrong with saying, can you support me? We live in this day of expectations and assumptions, and we just feel people should just know. And I get it, because I'm the same sometimes. Like, well, this person should know. But people are living their life, and they don't always know. They don't always know. They just don't. So you should just tell them, be like, girl, can you support me? Oh, you know, could you buy XYZ? You would hope that some of your friends would just think of that, but maybe they won't. So maybe you just got to say, can you do XYZ? There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with asking for help. Yeah, we have to humble ourselves sometimes and say, you know what? I'm going to ask for it, because if you don't ask, it's a no already. Now, people supporting public figures before they support their friends, sometimes it's to do with it being established, right? I don't know, like maybe it's an established thing. So some people might feel that Beyonce, for example, her concert's going to be one in a million, is going to be like just absolutely phenomenal, which it is. So, you know, they don't want to miss that. Whereas maybe your business, they're like, I can support you anytime. They're not seeing it as like a one-time thing, where Beyonce is a once every couple of years potentially performing, where your business hopefully will be there tomorrow that can support. But there are people that won't support you. And if you really feel unsupported by friends, by people you feel like should support you and that you support, I think it's important to say, do you support them? It doesn't have to be business. It just in anything. If you're not supporting of them, I don't know why you expect them to support you. So that's first and foremost. But if you, hands down, genuinely support your friends and it is not reciprocal, then you have to question the friendship. Because I think, like I said, we shouldn't always deal in assumptions and expectations. But if you have a solid friendship and a level of reciprocity, then it's natural to assume that your friends will support your endeavors. Now, if you're the type of person that every week you come up with a new project, then that's probably why you're not being supported, because people are waiting to see what sticks. But if that isn't you, and you are a finisher, you're a finisher throughout, that you finish the things that you set out to do, then your solid friends will support you. And remember, everybody leans to different talents, yeah? I am someone that will buy the thing. Yeah, you want it, I'll buy it. Just see what I'm saying? I've got friends that help me proofread things. I might have friends that, I don't know, accompany me to a photo shoot. A friend that purchases. So maybe not every single friend does the exact same thing. They all lean towards what they're good at, what their strength is, right? I'm not the best person to send me a video to watch, because that's not the best person, right? But I could support you in money. I can potentially support you in time. I can be there to support, etc., etc., etc. So I do think it is warranted, the frustration that people have if they genuinely feel that their close friends, I'm not talking about friend, like, you know what I mean, but friend, there's a difference in it. If that is the case, then you really have to question and seek new friends, point blank, period, because business is not easy. And if you ain't got supportive friends around you, then it ain't fun, right? You might as well cut them off and start again. That's why you got a network. Put yourself in positions where you can meet new people. Yeah, it's really, really important. I'm understanding the power of networking is right now, as they say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. It's not what you know, it's who you know. I think it's what you know and who you know, because if who you know and you ain't got nothing in you, then blah. But for some people it works, but for most of us out here, you gotta have something as well. But who you know is also very, very important, especially in business. Yeah, so you have to make new friends. Don't do a Drake and say no new friends. You gotta do make new friends. And I'm not saying it's easy. I am not saying it is easy at all. But I am saying that if you feel this way, I would advise first to communicate that. You know, tell your friends, inform your friends, let them know. Secondly, to ask for what you want. And as long as it's reasonable, if it's not being granted, then consider getting new friends. Or put those friends in the box of, these friends don't support me in business for whatever reason, but they are friends in other areas. I don't know. Sometimes you have friends for different things, but I think a real friend should be supportive in you, and your business, your endeavor is part of you. So yeah, that is my friends support Beyonce, but they won't support my business. I think we have to deconstruct that and really think about it at different angles. First and foremost, think about it as yourself. When you say support, what do you mean? Yeah. So I want to know. Comment below. If you're watching it on YouTube, comment below. You know, tweet, DM, message. If you're listening to this, I want to know, like, what do you mean by support? And who do you want to support? Yeah, you know, when you say friends, is it loosely? Is it really close friends? Can you find new friends? Can you find other people that will support you? What stops you from changing your environment? What stops you from asking for what you want? If they don't do it, then maybe looking for people that will support you and believe in your vision, because that's really important. The right environment, the right idea, the wrong environment equals wrong implementation, meaning that it won't work. Like, you have to have the right environment with the right idea, the right timing, etc. So I think it's important. And don't take things personal. You know, people are living their lives, and the reality is we're not always included in that. Do you get what I mean? Like, we're just not included in that. That's how it is. So that's why I'm saying, who are the people that you feel you're not being supported by? If they're your close core friends, and obviously everyone's got their seasons where they're going through things and they're preoccupied with other things, then maybe you should be in their thoughts. But look, if you know a lot of people, like I know a lot of people, but I'm not, like, we call each other friends because I'm not going to call you an associate. I think that's a bit weird. People say that, but no one really goes around saying, that's my associate. Like, do you know what I mean? You say, that's my friend, but it ain't my friend. Do you know what I mean? It's not part of my inner circle and that. If, you know, anyone that's not part of my inner circle, I don't expect much. It is what it is. I don't expect much. You know what I mean? I support people outside of my inner circle because that's how I am. I just feel like I just want people to win. So for me, if I see you're doing something, we're going to help you to win. I will help you to win. Hey, I will help you to win. Do you see what I mean? But not everybody's like me. I don't expect people to be like me. So don't take things personal. People are living life. They are going through things. They ain't thinking about you. That's why you gotta ask and say, can you do this if you are available? And also, you forgive, but you don't keep records of wrongs. But you know, you might remember that just really, if you did not support me, why should I support you? Well, I think within reason, like I said, you know, you don't give to receive. But I'm not asking you to be foolish and to be helping somebody who on the first instance you ask for help and support, they duck out, they ghost you. I'm not saying that. But so it's really about making sure you've got the right people around you. So all of this is indicative of the fact that who it does surround you. Now, let me say this as well. This is so important to say, actually. Sometimes your friends who are amazing, who love you, cannot go where you're going. Sometimes your friends who love you, who support you, who you love and who you support, cannot go where you are going. Remember, entrepreneurship is a journey to freedom. That's another podcast. Catch that soon. Entrepreneurship is a journey to freedom. And the reality is, the mental toll that sometimes entrepreneurship can have on a person, the things that you go through as you put yourself out there in the marketplace, sometimes the people around you, that includes friends and family, are not able to understand it. They're not there. They can maybe empathize with you, but they're not there. They're not at that place. Doesn't mean that you're any bigger or better. It just means that you are going on two different paths. And that's just the reality, right? If they're 9 to 5 and you are entrepreneurship, your worries might be similar, but they're different. So the things that you talk about, the way you see things might be different. You might be trying to walk in an abundance mindset, right? Where lack exists, but you operate from the overflow from the Lord. And they might be trapped within the lack and scarcity mindset, which you once was, but you have taken the time to overcome that and to focus your mind on things above and understand that in God's kingdom, provision is available when you master your thoughts. So their mind is not there, and then when you're having conversations, it's not meshing. They don't mesh anymore. So that might be it. They can't support you, not because they don't want to support you, but they just honestly are not able to support you. So that's why you have to understand where your friends are at and realize that not everybody can come with you. And I hate when people say that, because they make it seem like they're going to such a higher level better than the people. Yeah, you may be going to a higher level, but it's not from that I'm going to a high level and I'm just ascending and soaring like an eagle and you're like little ducklings. No, it's just the reality that you're on two different pathways, and maybe they will get there, but maybe just not when you are. You're already there and you can't bring them. You can't drag them up with you. You've got to fly and soar. So you just have to recognize that your friends may not be supporting you, not because they don't want to support you, but they can't. Also, you might be a visible reminder of where they're not at. I'm not talking about envy, they're jealous of you. You might be a visible reminder. You are a visible reminder of where some people want to be, or some people are not and wish they would be. I'm not saying envy. Envy is dead. The reality is people envy is what they do with that envy. Do they submit it to the Lord, or does it fester inside and then make them not want to support you? So I'm not discounting that there are people with evil eye, bad mind. There are people that, they don't want to see you progress. They're enemies of progression. There are people out there like that. But at the end of the day, you have to make a decision on who you surround yourself with. And if you're surrounding yourself with people that are unsupportive, your dreams will shrivel. That's why you got to be in the right environment. They say your net worth is your network. The other way around. Your network is your net worth. Yeah? So the reality is, people will always support celebrities, right? It is what it is. But if your friends are not supporting you, change up your bedrooms, change up your friend them, change up the people that you are around. As they say, bad company corrupts a good character. We are trying to be influencers. And if you are not able to influence your group of friends for good, then unfortunately, my sister, however hard it may be, however many years that you have shared, you might have to change your circle. Thank you for listening, and I shall see you in the next video. Hey, for those that are watching, like in my Sister Locks cane rolls, and for those that are listening, just imagine a field and a tractor has gone through the field and there's lines through the field. That's how my hair looks like. So comment below your thoughts. What do you feel? Has this happened to you? How have you overcome this? Like, have you cut people off? Like, what have you done to, deal with the situation of feeling like people around you do not support you? Do you feel that way? Are you part of the people that say, nah, I don't expect my friend to support me, is what it is? Like, I want to know your thoughts, your feelings, your attitudes, your opinions. If you don't agree, comment below. Let me see. And I shall see you in the next video. Bye. Ooh, what an amazing show. If I may say so myself. Well, thank you for listening to the Ngozi Cadmus Show podcast. So, for all of you women of faith and all of you women who are listening week after week and resonate with what I'm talking about, feel lost, feel uncertain, know they're called for something greater, but they're currently stuck in what is comfortable. They're stuck in the familiar. And you honestly want to get out of that. You want to be all that God has created you to be. Sis, I got you covered. Yeah? I've got an amazing mentorship that I provide to women of faith like yourself to help them level up, essentially equip them with the skills that they need to fulfill their assignment on earth and to shift their mindset, have a complete metanoia, have a complete transformation. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, click the link on the website and follow the instructions, and I can't wait to see you in the community. So like, share, subscribe. That's YouTube. But for the podcast lovers, download it, share it, tweet it, review it, all of that good stuff, and I shall see you in the next podcast.